We've been working on the body of our papers. Today we're going to look at the introduction. And when I say and use the term introduction, that would also mean the lead of your paper. Take a look at your checklist, argument checklist, at the lead. If you don't have one, you can look up here. Logan B, read what it says about the lead.
I interested the reader in my argument and helped them to understand the backstory behind it. I gave the backstory with that guy reader in my comment.
Okay? Isaiah, read the second part of the lead.
Mr. Drury, please contact the office.
Are you sure to use
What my piece will argue and forecasted?
the part from my previous?
Okay. Basically, when you talk about the backstory, that's kind of your hook. What is it that's going to get that reader to want to keep reading? You make your claim. And you forecast. Think about the weather. When Ed Wilson is doing the weather and he forecasts, he's telling you what's coming. That's what you're doing in your lead. You're forecasting to your reader what is coming in your paper. So this will be what I will be looking at. Did you interest your reader? Did you make it clear, your claim? Also want to give you 3 things to remember. Fair, strategic, and clear. Are you being fair? Are you being fair in your writing? Did you let the reader know there's another side of the issue? Strategic, how did you strategize? What kind of wording did you even use? And I'll kind of show you that in a moment. And clear, is that claim clear? Take a look at this handout if you have it. Introduction. We've gone over this before, and it's going to keep repeating. The same thing that's coming from your checklist. Did you define the debate? You have some sentence starters you can use. Make a clear claim and forecast your reasons. Same wording. Clear, forecasting. Ways to introduce your argument. Again, sentence starters you can use in your intro. Some people think blank, but I believe blank. If I were writing the argument paper, some people think competitive sports are dangerous. But I believe there are several benefits to competitive sports. Next one. Competitive sports, hotly contested because some people think they're dangerous. However, others argue there are lots of benefits to competitive sports. There's a couple others. Basically 5 sentence starters here right for your intro you can use. You just kind of fill in the blanks where the ellipses are. You might believe competitive sports are dangerous, but the truth of the matter is they're very beneficial. All of these examples for you to use. We've looked at this one before, and now you all have a copy of it. Argument writing. Again, coming pretty much from your checklist. Everybody's got it, have it out in front of you. I just handed it to you. The writer made it clear that this argument is part of a bigger conversation about a topic. The writer interests the reader in the argument and helped the reader to understand the backstory behind it. The writer gave the backstory in a way that got the reader ready to understand the point being made. And the writer made it clear to the reader what the piece will argue and forecasted the parts of the coming argument. In this opening paragraph, the introduction, the lead, the author tells about how they enjoy playing football before and after school on school grounds, but the school's going to do away with it. That's kind of the backstory. That's kind of the hook that this writer is doing to bring you in. And then he makes the claim. This is an unfair decision, the decision to not allow football to be played before or after school. Making that claim, this is an unfair decision for many reasons. That's the claim. That's pretty clear. Now he's forecasting, telling you what's going to be in this paper. Football is an important source of physical fitness. It teaches us the important life lesson, and in addition, it is an inexpensive and inclusive game that many of us are passionate about. There's 3 reasons. There's 3 reasons with this clear claim. Let's take a look at this introduction. Do you see the clear claim? Read it. You don't have a copy, you read it up here. What's the claim? What's the claim that this author's making? Right here, I'm reading it up there. John? Louder. I still can't hear you. I need the whole claim. You're not giving me the whole claim. No, those sound more like he's forecasting reasons. Logan?
Forcing middle schoolers to try out for competitive sports.
No? Okay, let's read it together. I think you're just trying to pick a sentence or two and trying to fit it in. It's not. Forcing middle schoolers to try out for competitive sports is hotly contested because people hold varying opinions on the issue. Okay, what's he telling us here? Hey, there's a debate that's going on about trying out for competitive sports. Some people argue that tryouts are a time-honored traditional way to select the best athlete for a middle school team. Others argue, however, that tryouts for competitive sports exclude kids from participating on a team, cause students undue stress, and can lead to unhealthy practices. This paper will argue that tryouts for middle schoolers should be discontinued in favor of other measures. What is this author going to tell you? What's he arguing? What's he saying should happen? Ethan.
He's saying that they should not have middle school sport tryouts.
And what sentence is he saying that in?
first one, pretty much all of them.
What's the sentence that really clearly is giving the claim? You stretch it. The last one. He's saying this paper will argue tryouts for middle schoolers should be discontinued. That's his claim. And for what reasons? What are his reasons? Why shouldn't they have tryouts? Paige, one reason why they shouldn't have tryouts. Stress. It causes undue stress, causes lots of stress. Another reason. Logan.
Can we do unhealthy practices?
Unhealthy practices.
Exclude kids from participating on meeting.
Excludes kids. Okay. It's got 3 reasons. It says we shouldn't have tryouts because of these reasons. And he's kind of being strategic here because he's saying, yeah, some people say tryouts are time-honored traditional way. He's being fair here. He's giving that other side of the story. Some people believe in it because it's tradition, and we don't want to mess with tradition. And he's being a little bit, having some strategy here as well in his wording. Forcing middle schoolers to try out for sports. Kind of being a little hard there, forcing them. Kind of playing on that, nobody should be forced to have to try out if they don't want to. Okay? So today, when you go back to your computers, you're going to be writing your introduction. What are we looking for? Do you acknowledge there's another side of the story? Do you forecast your reason? Do you make a clear claim? Okay? Those are things I will be looking for. It's in your checklist. I'll be looking for it. How many of you already have somewhat of an intro ready on your paper? Okay, so then go back. Have you done those things? Check the checklist. Look at this example one you have with the boxes to help you. Okay. Any questions? All right, you're back to your seats. You're working on your introduction to your paper.